What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the manga bedroom. It has been ages since I made another video, but today I am back to take a look at some of the manga that I read whilst I was away, and I decided to only show off the manga that I liked in this video. So if you would like to see one where I show off the manga that I didn't like, I didn't enjoy as much, please let me know by leaving a comment down below. Starting off with One Piece. One Piece does deserve to be in this list because I have enjoyed what I have read so far. However, I have difficulties reading it consistently. I'm still on volume 17, but I have owned the series for quite a while. So I'm going through this extremely slowly, and the reason for that for me is the fact that this series feels really endless. There are all kinds of islands and mini arcs, but with every chapter I feel like I'm getting more and more away from the actual goal of the story. I would highly recommend you to read One Piece because you just simply can't call yourself a manga reader if you have never read it, but it is really long, so please keep that in mind so you don't get fatigued with the story, because I think that happened to me. One thing that I would also like to say is that the artwork in One Piece is of extremely high quality for a weekly Shonen Jump series. What Oba has been able to pull off in such a tight schedule is simply amazing. The style of the manga does not always suit me, but when the story starts getting intense, you better get ready for some amazing art. So next up is one of the best series that I've ever read, Attack on Titan. Super good series. Please, if you're not reading this, you're doing yourself a disservice or watching the anime, because I, for one, began by watching the anime. It is a great anime. The last season is now currently airing. 2 episodes are in. I've watched them both with my brother. They're awesome. But the manga is also really good. People also a lot of times say, oh, the artwork is really sketchy, really rough, but it is really awesome. It's a super great manga. Please pick this up if you're an Attack on... Oh, by the way, there's like on the back of this volume they said like the Japan's equivalent to The Walking Dead. This is way better than the fucking Walking Dead. This is awesome. You gotta pick this one up or watch the anime. The anime is really good. I do think that Mappa, this new studio that does season 4, is really faithfully animating to the manga, but which studio was, I did prefer which studio to Mappa. But it's really awesome. This is volume 23. I also got volume 27 right here. If you watched the anime or read the manga, you know what I'm talking about when you see this cover. But it has been so awesome. Please watch it, guys. It's a great manga. Next up, we have a manga that is really gory for mature people. We're gonna take a look at Terraformers, which is a manga I enjoyed a lot more than I thought I would. It often gets compared to Gans or some other like more edgy stuff. I don't quite have the funds to afford Gans. It's a really expensive manga, so let's go for this one. And it didn't disappoint in the first volume. There was a lot of action. This story is about those weird beings you're seeing right there, cockroaches, that have manifested on Mars, hence the name, and they're going to there to try to exterminate them. That goes south pretty fast actually, and pretty much the first volume really felt like a one-shot. It really felt like the story could be concluded after volume 1 because there was just so much happening, so many great characters. Sometimes dying, I don't want to spoil who, but a lot of people were dying, and it felt really concluded at the end of volume 1. It was a lot better than I expected. The artwork is also pretty good, so I think I'm gonna pick up volume 2 because it sure didn't disappoint. Terraformers volume 1 right here. Then next up we have a manga that is also it also exceeded my expectations actually. The Promise Neverland volume 1. The Promise Neverland was a manga that got high praise. A lot of people said it's a really original concept for a shonen, and simply I couldn't agree more. It is an awesome concept for a shonen, a bit of a horror shonen type fusion, which I have never seen before, and it is really good. I actually enjoyed the first volume a whole lot. Basically it's about these orphans living in some kind of orphanage. With some mom, they completely trust her, but they find out some fishy things are going on. At a certain age you have to leave the orphanage, and that's when you aren't... bad things happen to you, that's all I can say. Some kids try to figure out what's happening, try to escape. 3 really smart kids. Please read this one, give it a shot, volume 1, because it gets interesting really fast, you don't have to wait a long time. The next volume that I have right here is Tokyo Ghoul Re. As you can see the back, I do own the Tokyo Re box set, which is really also the thing that really gets me to buy Tokyo Ghoul every time. The first series and now this one. It isn't even always a story, but just look at the style of like the box set and the volumes. It always looks so goddamn dope. The volumes look really cool. Also the style, the colors, it's just awesome to me. So I would only for that recommend the Tokyo Ghoul Re already, but it also has been really growing on me. The first 2 volumes weren't that good. I always get pretty confused with Tokyo Ghoul because you introduce like 20 characters in 20 pages basically. But that has really toned down. I am getting familiar with the characters, some cool shit is happening, so this is also something. If you read Tokyo Ghoul, don't watch the Tokyo Ghoul Re anime. I gave it a shot as well, like 2 or 3 episodes, just to compare it to the manga, but it was awful. They skip over a lot of stuff. I believe it has like 24 episodes, whilst the manga has 16 volumes. That is so... almost no episodes to cover such a long story. So I would say don't watch the anime, please pick up the manga because it is really good and the anime feels really rushed. So pick up Tokyo Ghoul Re, even if it's only for the awesome design work that it has. Then next up we also have a manga that I did enjoy a whole lot, One Punch Man. This is really like the polar opposite of One Piece for me, because I read this in one go basically. This is so good, I read this so fast. Also there isn't a lot of dialogue, I should be honest about it as well, but has the best artwork, like one of the best artworks in my entire collection. It's so good, and the story also is like, it's funny at times, but there is a lot of action in it as well. Look at these shots, these are unbelievably well drawn. So One Punch Man is really like a manga. You feel like it wasn't worth your $10, man. You paid $10 for a volume and before you know it, you're finished and you'd like to buy another one. So this is one. It is a series of 21 volumes right now. They're at volume 21. I own the entirety of it right now, but look at this artwork. It's simply amazing. Please give this a shot. It's one of my favorite manga in my entire collection. I guess right now it's, I don't want to say that too quickly, but I think it's in my top 10. One Punch Man is really awesome. These are my 2 favorite covers. That's why I picked volume 11 and volume 12. But please pick it up because it is really, really good. And then for the next manga we've got right here, this is Kaiji, and that is a really underrated one. I don't see a lot of people talking about it. I don't see a lot of people trusting in the publisher, Dampa Books. But they have, again, they just consistently pump them out. There is a long time between volume 1 and volume 2, but I guess I forgive them for that because they're such a young company. But these are really, really nice. The artwork could take you off. You maybe think artwork, it's not the best artwork, I'm gonna be honest with you, but the story is really good. It's a gambling manga about this guy that is in debt pretty big, and then he goes onto some kind of gambling ship where he could redeem his debt and go into society like normal, and he wouldn't have to pay anything off. But of course the ship is kind of a trap for desperate, mostly stupid people who try to gamble their way out of their debts. And that's basically where he is right now, on a ship with some kind of rock, paper, scissors game that they have to play. It gets really, really intense. I wouldn't recommend reading this manga when you're sleepy or anything, because you gotta pay attention to what Kaiji is thinking. This is sometimes really goes in really deep, and the strategies they use reminds me sometimes kind of Death Note. Kaiji really, again, exceeded my expectations. These are really nice books. The quality is also just fine. It's fine quality, especially for such a new publisher. So I would say really give these 2 a shot. They aren't that expensive either, 20 bucks each, and the story is really, really good. So please give Kaiji a shot as well. So guys, and that was a video about my manga that I did like, that I was reading whilst I didn't make any YouTube videos. I'd like to end off this video by saying I want to thank you all. Like, some of you really pumped the comment section with very nice comments telling me to come back or whatever, so that was really nice of you guys, and I want to thank you all for that. I do plan on making more videos. I just was a little bit busy, or actually lazy sometimes as well, but I'm gonna come back with some videos again because I do really enjoy making manga videos. For a time I was just a bit burned out, actually, to be honest, with manga. Bought more than I would read, was not an healthy experience, but that has been restored to something. I really enjoy manga again, and anime as well. So guys, if you have any future ideas for any videos, please leave them down below. As always, I'm really happy to be back. I hope you guys feel the same, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.